I say big wood smoker, baby. You can call me Poppy, straight from the ghost, so can't nobody stop me. They know I be dripping that sauce, so they be trying to copy it.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Nita, and I am back with another video. So today, guys, I'm coming to y'all with a story time. As y'all can see by the title, I am doing the worst breakup ever. Before we begin, make sure you guys go like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, so when I drop another video, y'all get the notifications for the video, as well as make sure you guys go look up with me on my Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and so much more, which you guys can see in the description down below. So today, I'm talking about something in my past that kind of scarred me a little bit, but you know, real niggas bounce back, period. So 3 years ago, me and this dude started talking. I didn't really know him through anybody. We had met on Snapchat. So dude hit me up. I don't think I have the screenshot anymore of, the Snapchats. I don't think I have them anymore, but it's whatever. So 3 years ago, me and this dude started talking on Snapchat. Mind you, I didn't know this dude from nowhere. I don't know how we got on each other's Snapchats. I don't know, but we hit each other. He hit me up, and then around the time me and him started talking, I was already in a relationship. Okay, just to clear everything up, I was already in the relationship. When I started talking to him, I kind of let the relationship go, and the dude that I started talking to, me and him got close. So conversation started out just on Snapchat, and then my nephew sleep, y'all. So if y'all hear coughing or something, he's sleeping in the background. But me and him would talk on Snapchat for I think 2 to 3 weeks, and I think he asked me for my number a week after we started talking. He got my number. We started talking on the phone, texting, falling asleep on the phone, all of that, y'all. Me and this dude was inseparable. A little time go by, our relationship started to get, our friendship at the time, because we didn't just get together. It was a little bit before we got together, but when we got together, it kind of just proved okay, we liked each other. So, a little bit down the line, both of us was working, and my mom was planning on leaving to move to Colorado, and me and him was already together, so I just was thinking okay, we're in a relationship, both of us trying to move, and we both know where each other's feelings is at and where each other stands. So, long story short, I was just thinking, okay, well, me and you are in a relationship, me and you been together for at the time, I was thinking okay, maybe we need more time to move in together, because legit, we moved in 6 months after we got together. People still be in the cupcake stage around this time. We just, hopped on a lease and moved in together. But once we moved in together, I felt like everything was so great. We had so much fun. We had so many things going on at the house. The house was never empty. We always had so much fun. The sex was good, this and that, ooh. So, fast forward a couple of months, I lost my job or whatever. And at the time, he was like, okay, well, just, do what you gotta do, get back on your feet, I'll hold it down or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I just, focused on my schoolwork and stuff. Never thought about getting a job after that, because he was taking care of the house stuff, and the bills and everything. Like, he was the perfect person to, to be with. Okay, like, think of somebody just taking care of you, having your back, doing this and that. Woo woo. So, I want to say like a couple of months in, like we began arguing over small stuff. And when I say small stuff, like anything, everything, then it was so many other people, like, in the mix. It was so much going on. So we really could never focus on our problems. It was always people around. We could never sit down and have a real conversation. So I don't know. I feel like looking back on it now, like half the stuff we argued about, I feel like it could have been handled differently. But in the moment, both are both of us was, how can I put it, like, I'm headstrong and I'm aggressive. So I felt like at the time I wanted my way. And if my way didn't go, I didn't want to hear his point of view, or basically like what he wanted, like his feelings. I was just shoving his feelings aside and just like, well, this is how I feel, and if this is how I feel, then this is how I feel, and F how you feel. And you know, I mean, we learn, we live and we learn. And I just feel like at times, people, I feel like I would, okay, I feel like I was more the aggressor, because I like things done a certain way. Like, say, for example, like, um, okay, bills needed to be paid. We had pay up all of the bills, or majority of the bills, and he'll want like recreational stuff to do on his own. I'd be like, no, let's pay the bills. That way we don't have to worry about stuff. But I can't always force you. Like, you can't force people to do something they don't want to do, basically. And I feel like I was forcing him. I was. I feel like he thought that I was forcing him to do something that basically like he didn't want to do or whatever. So I wasn't really tripping. So long story short, um, one day we got to this huge argument, like, because I felt like half the time he would leave and he would put his family before me. Like, say for example, like we'd be at the crib, his people call him, oh, come over, come link, come chill, this, that, woo, woo, woo. Instantly up, gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, never once think, oh, my girl at the crib by herself, no, let me stay, this and that. Like, I shouldn't have to argue with you to be with me, to link with me. I shouldn't, not link with me, but I shouldn't have to argue with you for you to understand that, okay, maybe I want time with you too, even though like you might be in the house all day. you know Give me, like, it don't matter, like, I like to be around who I'm with. I think that's for every girl. Like, I understand we can't be around niggas 24/7, but if we living together and in a relationship, I feel like there should be a separation between, okay, let me hang out with my dudes, and then, oh, okay, let me hang out with my girl. You know what I'm saying? But I have to think now, thinking now about it, I have to understand that, okay, everybody needs their own privacy. Everybody wants their own space. And, you have to be understanding. Maybe everybody not, maybe your man might need some space or whatever. You can't force him to do something he don't want to do. So, I mean, so I feel like on both parts, it was like so bad. So the day it was like over in his head, like, um, the day before we had gotten into this huge argument, and I had texted him his long drawn out message, and I was like, I don't want you to take this through. I wish I had the text messages. I wish I did, cause I don't want to misquote anything. But long story short, I told him, I'm like, I basically told him in so many words, I love you, but I don't feel like we can do this anymore. And I was saying that so many times, but you know how we is girls. We say that so many times, and then we be like, "No, babe, I'm just playing." But I felt like we wasn't in a place where we wanted to be with each other. And then, at the time, I took it back because I'm like, okay, maybe I said it in the wrong way. But by that time, it was already too late. So, long story short, that day, he came in the crib, and I'm thinking, okay, we finna go in the room, talk this and that. Mm-mm. Um, we had ended up talking or whatever, and we was in the room talking, and he wasn't giving me eye contact. Like I could tell something was wrong, but like he wasn't giving me eye contact. He wasn't like his body language was different. Like you can tell in a moment, like he wasn't there. Like you could tell when you talking to somebody that you know. Like I wasn't talking to somebody I knew. Long story short, he said he wanted to get his stuff and go. So I'm like, at the time, I was just like in my feelings. Like I'm like, no, don't go. We can work it out, this and that. But when somebody is completely detached from somebody, or you can outgrow somebody. I feel like he outgrew the relationship because of all the responsibility that was put on his back. Like as I said, I wasn't working. Um, but it's crazy because like right after me and him broke up, all the jobs, all the good shit start coming through. Like y'all, but all I remember is that I wasn't trying to let him go nowhere. I'm like, no, you can't leave. Like we gonna talk. And then you could just see in his face, like, he was just so disconnected from everything. So that's when I knew, like, okay, I need to let this situation go. You know, I'm not going to force nobody to be with me. I'm going to fight a little bit, but if I see you not receptive of what I'm giving out, then, I'm just going to let it go or whatever. So, y'all, I'm like looking to the side because, I could like picture everything going on. But um so all I remember was him getting all his stuff. And I'm just sitting there like bawling my eyes out like, no, don't go. Mind you, he was the first person that I've ever clung on to, like that was at the time that was Bay, at the time. Like you could tell like I was in love with him. Everything about him I loved about him, this and that at the time. So, um, after everything happened, a couple of days later, like, okay, so the same day he left, I bawled my eyes out. Then, that night, him and my sister cleaned the crib up, and I drank the entire night, like, drank, smoked, did everything. And then, I could say for about 2 weeks, I didn't eat, drink, sleep. Um, I lost hella weight. Like my mama didn't know everything happened. My mama didn't know. My grandma didn't know. Only person that knew was my sister, and my sister didn't want to tell nobody because, it's not her business to tell. But she wanted me to have the opportunity to let everybody know that we weren't in a relationship anymore. But you know, yeah, like I was emotional. Like when you in love with somebody and they break your heart, it's just like you can't. It's hard to like hacking up, but it's hard to like recollect yourself for real, for real. Like it's hard to regather yourself. I'm not crying, y'all. I got something in my eye. it's hard to recollect yourself after something so bad happens. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I never went through an actual breakup with somebody I was in love with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can love somebody, but once you in love with somebody, it's harder for you to let go, basically. And for like 2 weeks, I didn't eat, I didn't sleep, I didn't call nobody. I was in the crib sick as hell because, somebody I was in love with just, a party, when you with somebody for so long, a party you leave. Yeah, that's how I felt. Like a part of me left. And I don't know. At the time, I felt like I was being overdramatic. I felt like I was being overdramatic, but look, y'all, we go through stuff differently. I felt like, but after that, like, like I told him, if we ever break up, I told him I'd be with a female, but no, I was just playing. But I told him like I probably won't hop back into a relationship, which I'm glad I did it. Which I'm glad I didn't, because I needed to find myself again. Like, I completely lost myself trying to please somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like when you're in a relationship, you have to focus not on just you, but the other person you're with. And after that relationship, I like completely. It was like a complete 360. Like, so many blessings came through. So many job opportunities came through. My school came through. Y'all, I took off with this YouTube stuff, cause then I wasn't trying to like, oh, let's do YouTube. But I'm like, once the situation was over with, my YouTube started flourishing, and so many opportunities start coming through. So, behind every bad thing comes a blessing. So I don't want to say that basically that the problem happened for a reason, but I kept praying about it, and God revealed. I kept telling God to reveal me to stuff. So yeah, but yeah, y'all. My bad. My nephew. I need to help him out. But long story short, that was my worst breakup. Things happen for a reason. You feel me? And I felt like that breakup was like opening the door to better opportunities. Like, after I got out that relationship, a lot of stuff happened for me. And I also prayed about my relationship. So I felt like me in that relationship, it was unhealthy. It was toxic. It was not what I would expect it to happen when we first got together. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I didn't leave off on bad terms with him. I wouldn't say we are friends, but I wouldn't say we aren't. We just, I don't know, like, but anyway, make sure you guys go like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so when I drop another video, y'all get the notification for the video, as well as thank y'all for even coming to watch my video. I don't never thank y'all for even, taking time out of y'all day to watch my videos or whatever. So thank y'all for whoever came to watch my videos. And yeah, and this was the end of my story time. And yeah, so thank y'all, and we out.
I say big wood smoker, baby. You can call me Poppy, hey. Straight from the ghost, so can't nobody stop me, hey. They know I be dripping that sauce, so they be trying to copy, hey.